Yo guys, what's up? How you doing? Of course, it's your boy Van, and yeah, it's a very beautiful Sunday afternoon. Very nice weather for hanging out, chilling. I'm actually at just over here at one of the locals, just shooting some pool and taking it easy. I mean, it's Sunday. So I wanted to talk to you guys, not really talk to you guys, but just ask you guys, have you guys had any weird like church experiences, like growing up in church? You know, Kenya is considered a Christian nation, so most of us grew up in church. Our parents did a very good job in terms of giving us a solid like spiritual kind of foundation as well, because obviously we grew up with our parents, and our parents are the ones who influenced our religion and stuff like that. So I used to go to church, some church in Parklands. I'm sure most of you know it. If you guess, I'm sure it's going to be that one. So I used to go to some church in Parklands. This was when I was around 2019, 20, 21, that period. I used to be in this dance group in one of those churches. The church generally used to have keshes on Friday. So on one of these Fridays when I went there, now this is the first thing that made me really start questioning and wanting to be curious as to whether this is legit, is this how things are done, or like I started being curious at that particular stage. So one of the keshas, we went, of course they started with welcoming guys, turn to your neighbor, say hi to your neighbor, turn to your neighbor and tell them you look good. Those things, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something along those lines. Anyway, I digress. So after saying hi to each other, they start praise and worship. All those things, praise and worship. They've praised and worshipped. After that, then now they do the prayers, they start the sermon, and the kesha now officially begins. So that time the theme was speaking in tongues. So anyway, after when the sermon was going on, like almost midway or rather 3/4 way into the sermon, they said everyone who wants to speak in tongues, please come in front. So I looked around and I saw some of my friends had gone. Then the pastor asked again, anyone who wants to learn how to speak in tongues, please come forward. Hey, so I felt some kind of pressure, cause you know the way in praise and worship, like mnakwanga mumefunga macho. Ati you guys are, there's that feeling, that moment where like guys are told to speak in the spiritual, so everyone is quiet, closing their eyes. So at this point is when I was saying, anyone wants to speak in tongues, come forward. So anyway, my friends went forward. Me, I didn't. I just kept my eyes closed. So I opened my eyes kidogo and started staring around. When I looked at my friends, the ones who are remaining, most of the ones who are remaining, like apparently they were already speaking in tongues. So the ones who wanted to speak in tongues had already gone forward. Me, I hadn't gone forward. So the ones remaining, who are the ones who were already speaking in tongues apparently, they started like nudging me and asking me, Enda, go. Hey, Maze, imagine nilijipata nimeenda huko mbele. They are praying, and now they want to demonstrate what. You want to speak in tongues, you will speak in tongues today. Amen. So anyway, the pastor starts going from point A to point X or W. Like huko mwisho, there was a big crowd. I was somewhere there in that crowd. The pastor is going around laying his hands on people saying, touch. Oh, riba sakarabara, tekara shabara, shikarabarula vensela marashara. That stuff that they usually say. So he goes from one person to the other, laying hands and saying, touch. And now, what was supposed to happen, the moment he says touch and he touches your forehead like this, unafaa wangu unafaa uanguke. Ameenda ametouch wase, akafika kwangu, nilisikia tu ameshika forehead yangu akasema touch. Unajua mimi by this kuanguka, I didn't fall down. I did not fall down. I didn't understand why people were falling down. There was some sort of I think there was some sort of euphoria in the air. This feeling of excitement and I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to call it, pandemonium. I don't know what to call it, but it was just some sort of weird vibes, let's say. So guys were falling, guys fell. Mimi, when it came to my turn, me, I didn't fall. So the pastor looked at me, and then it's like he started saying some words towards me. I can't even remember what they were. And then this time it's like he pushed me. Anekelea mkono kwa forehead, akasema touch. Sasa because I didn't want any trouble, nikajifanya tu nimeanguka. Then this is the weirdest part. After wase wameanguka, they start now saying sharabara, hey sharabara, sharabo, karabo, sharababa, shari, all those weird things that they usually say. Okay, maybe okay. All those things that they usually say. So me, I'm just like, hey, okay. So like, where do the tongues apply? Like, how does someone start? Like, what happens? Me, I wasn't speaking in tongues. These other guys, I just heard them saying some, those weird things. They shabara, and then all of them were looking at me. It's like they're expecting me to also start speaking in tongues. So you know what I did? I just came up with my own thing. They got excited, they started clapping and saying, wow, we're happy for you. They came and then salimia, So I wanted to ask you guys, have you guys had any weird church experiences?